Hey everybody, it's Henry with the Film Buds podcast. Please make sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show. And if you're listening to this on YouTube, please let us know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks. 86. Let's get to You People, which is a Netflix original, came out in early 2023, I believe. It's directed by Kenya Barris, written by Jonah Hill and Kenya Barris. Stars Jonah Hill, Lauren London, Eddie Murphy, Julia Louis-Dreyfus, Sam J, Nia Long, and a few others. And the synopsis is follows a new couple and their families who find themselves examining modern love and family dynamics amidst clashing cultures, societal expectations, and generational differences. So I had heard about this one. I heard it got pretty bad reviews. I love Jonah Hill and I love Eddie Murphy and really everyone in this whole cast. Love Julia Louis-Dreyfus and so on and so forth. So yeah, I had heard about it and put it off to watching until just now. And I think I liked it more than a lot of people seem to, at least on Letterboxd, as I feel like I'm a broken record saying that, but a lot of people trashed it hard on Letterboxd. I don't think it's anything amazing for sure. Like, it is at times trying too hard to create this modern perspective on race and culture clashing and even injecting things like COVID and all that. So it doesn't hit the mark, even I'd say a lot of the time, but I did still find it to be refreshing, original, at least to a certain degree. I know it's based on or inspired by Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, which I've not seen. I have known about it for years, just never got around to watching it. So I know it's influenced by that. And I think that the writing itself, some people were really hating on the writing. It at times is a little blunt, a little obvious, clunky, but I still think that I appreciate a movie like this trying to say something. And even putting that aside, though, I found the movie to be very funny. Like, I think Jonah Hill is hilarious in this. Eddie Murphy doesn't have a whole lot to do. He's more like straight-faced a lot of the time. Julia Louis-Dreyfus is hilarious. Always love her. It's a little long. I don't think it needed to be, I think it's almost 2 hours. I don't think it needed to be that. I think all movies like this should be a maximum 90 minutes. And also, I know that another criticism that I read was saying that it was over directed, which I disagree with. There are points where it's injecting some sort of like almost music video esque editing and things, but I really did not find it to be overbearing like I think some people made it out to be. I thought it was fairly cleanly directed. And so really the only issue with that, going back to what I just said, was like, pacing problems. But stylistically, I liked it. One unexpected thing that I did like was Jonah Hill having a podcast, since I have a podcast, obviously. I love that part of the story. And I think that the relationship between him and Lauren London, the ups and downs work. And I think that when they have the culture clashes of Jewish families versus Muslim families, I think that really is, for the most part, effective. It maybe goes a little too far with certain things. And I think there are a few recent political and societal things that they inject as oftentimes as jokes, and I don't think they really need to be there. I won't go into it too much just because I don't want to put anybody off, but there are a few things I'm like, eesh, I don't know if that really need to be. I get it's a current film, it's dealing with the actual pandemic itself, but I still don't think a few things that were essentially made out to be jokes really hit at all. And so there were some flaws for sure. It's not an amazing movie. I get if you hate the film, I guess I can get it, but I think watching it as a Netflix original, which I say this a lot, it felt like a Netflix original. I think if this had come out in theaters, nobody would have seen it, just as I talked about with Heart of Stone last episode. So there are good elements. I always like to see Jonah Hill in something that is not a big blockbuster sort of film or a Seth Rogen feature, because I think he has good range, both dramatically, comedically. I think I like him most as a comedic actor. I think he just has a great delivery, and I love his writing too. There's just something about it that clicks with me. So I think it's worth a watch. I think even just for the cast itself, whether you end up liking it or not, it's at least different. Not necessarily say that's an excuse or makes it perfect, but it was at least a little bit different for me. So that one is a light 3 out of 5.